name, and his actual name is Joseph John Schmidt III, Navy Chief Special Warfare Officer. He makes movies under Jay Voom, and a lot of them with his wife, Jules Jade. And he's been in about 30 films. She's been in a few hundred. And the whole controversy about this...
I'm pretty sure there is a standards for military personnel that, whether you agree with them or not, that are incredibly, for lack of a better term right now, I'm going to put moralistic.
Well, it doesn't talk about this. No,
okay.
This is a San Diego Union Tribune article because that's where he's stationed. And they don't mention that. But what they do mention is the inability to take on outside work without approval. Okay? Mm-hmm. Which I was, Colleen, my head went exactly where yours did when I was reading this. And she, by the way, 240 films to her credit. And she has always been open about being a military wife. Now, she says, they both say that his commanders and his fellow SEALs knew exactly about all of it. She's even gone and done autograph signings for, like on site for his unit.
Okay. Yeah. It's got to be one of those things that it's fine until someone that doesn't like it finds out. Yeah. It also depends if it's, was he paid to do this or was he a volunteer performer? Because, you got a W-2. You could have a problem.
Yeah, it doesn't say, actually.
But, yeah, I mean, I finally had to make an explicit thing saying that folks can't work. I had someone attempting to sell real estate while working for me part-time. Someone that was, people were running their own businesses while they were working my shifts, and I actually had to spell that out.
Oh, that you can't do other business on premise?
On premise during the other time.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
But they could be involved in something outside of it as long as they didn't conduct it on
my time.
That's fair.
I know, but the fact that I actually had to write that down was fascinating.
Well, people, how it is. But yeah, so they're not really sure what's going to happen, but this is being investigated right now. And it's like, I'm trying to think, because they have weird duty, like they're on, they're off. It's like, I don't know, is this a big deal or not? I didn't have any strong reaction to it.
No, I mean, I know that a lot of times one of the outside work and this and that has to do with the fact that whether or not you could be, blackmailed or something is going through there. But if you don't care.
They don't.
But there is, I know there's also like I said, there's a very strong religious component to a lot of the military in some extent, and so there could be an issue there.
Yeah.
But you said 2010. They've been doing this since 2010.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
At this point, I think you sort of lose the right to bitch about something if it's been going on that long.
Oh, yeah.
If they can prove that folks knew about it. What the tempest in the teapot is now, I have no idea.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be watching for this. But, it is kind of an interesting quandary because it's like, does it affect his work? I thought, how can it affect his work? I just kind of scanned and did the terrorist, can he, like you said, can he expose him? He could certainly flash them, but expose himself to blackmail? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose if he was trying to hide it, it could be a problem, but it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. Okay, this absolutely made me pee my pants. Okay. There's an app for that if you're a sex-starved parent. Okay, so you've got kids and you're having trouble finding time for sex. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this thing is called the Extendables. So it's a condom company, 4 Seasons. Do you know them?
It sounds familiar.
Okay.
But
we
used to sell a lot of condoms years ago. We took over a company called Condom Kingdom, and we changed it. We had a lot more, but we don't carry so much anymore because, hell, Walgreens has them.
Okay, well, they came up with this Muppet-esque show for kids that runs on an app on your phone. So, and it also tells you when the kids have walked away from the device. So you get some sort of an alert, which if the kid has your phone, what are you getting alerted on? I'm not really clear.
Both of you, maybe you both need phones.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So this thing has
or an iPad. It's running on your iPad or something.
Something.
Yeah.
So there's the condom company makes a show for kids so that mom and dad can go get busy, and then you get an alert if they've walked away from it, if they've gotten bored. But if they're still engaged, it's got a 5-minute extender to keep the little darlings busy if you want to stay busy. Like, that's funny stuff right there. Don't you think?
Absolutely brilliant.
I love it.
For God's sakes, I can't even go to the bathroom alone. My cats come in the damn door. Is there one for animals? Because honestly, there is no Yeah, and the kids are all over the place. You can't do anything alone.
No.
So this is perfect.
Oh my gosh.
But they could probably, obviously they want to sell their own stuff, but if you could figure out how to do this app on any video that you plunk your kid in front of,
right?
That would be, has the kid moved?
Right. Well, I'm sorry. I found the explanation here. So you put your kids in front of a smart TV, a tablet, or smartphone, and pair your device using a code, and then the camera becomes a motion detector that will tell the app when kids have moved away from the screen and alert you and your partner in the bedroom. And no visual data is shared, received, or saved by the program.
Oh, that is spectacular.
Isn't that fantastic?
Oh,
that's good stuff right there. So I'm cracking up that you brought the cum rag in with you because we do have an article today on spring cleaning your sex life. Tips from Dr. Cox.
Okay.
COX. Okay. So a couple things that maybe you should do. And, we always giggle at the ways to spruce up or spice up your sex life. This is a cleanup kind of thing. So I kind of like it. Try out some new challenging sex positions, like clear out the old and boring and make a pact that spring cleaning, you're going to add some new things to your repertoire. Not bad. Go al fresco, take it outside, get out of the bed at least, if not fully outside, if it's still too cold.
Definitely a little too cold in Minnesota right now.
But at least they're saying just change locations. Try a new. Oh yeah,
it's like I said, you've probably already ignored your New Year's resolutions. So this is take stock here in the spring. See what you can add in.
Yep. Next one, shape up for self-esteem. Got it. Do it for yourself, not because society pressures you. Gotcha.
I just do it so it's easier to fit into clothes.
Whatever works.
But I'm not going to grow any taller. So at one point I'm like, there's only so much I can do.
For sure. Apparently warm weather boosts sex drive. So it revs up the libidos for many, many reasons. So, get out there and capitalize on the fact that you've got natural mood enhancers.
Oh, yeah. I would guess so. Spring is when everyone seems to be.
The animals are busy.
I'm assuming a couple of 100,000 years of evolution has not beat that out of us, even because we've only had HVAC for like 100. So
HVAC. Get rid of the woolly onesies and all of the frumpy winter clothes for now. Come on, time to get out there and strut your stuff a little.
Oh, we might have to think about that in Minnesota for another month from now.
For sure.
I have friends. Have you guys been having, any of your friends been having do I put the snow shovel away, put the snowshoes away, snow boots away? No, you leave your damn snow shovel out until May 1st. Now, mind you, this could change in a few years, but we've had snow at the end of April and May. Oh. You take your shovel out, it's your fault.
Oh, yeah.
No, my shovel, it's out.
Oh, yeah. No, in 2013, I was moving and I was trying to have garage sales and it snowed twice, 6+ inches in May. Yeah.
No,
remember that?
You do not. Yeah. May 1st is the earliest that. Now, mind you, I didn't even take my snow boots out this year, so I don't have to worry about putting them away. But my shovel and the scraper and the sand, it's all out. It does not move until May.
It's a juju thing.
Yeah, you just can't. No,
because if you put it away, we're going to get bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So eat chocolate, and they're like, they suggest in addition just to eating it for, all the good stuff that it does for you, melt it in the microwave and make body paint. Just let it cool enough to where you're not.
Yeah, I'm assuming blisters would be bad. And, honestly, all the Easter candy is 50% off now. In a few days, it'd be even more. And, honestly, 50% off candy tastes better. Yep, yes, it just does. But not the chocolate. No, there's nothing you can do to make a chocolate bunny taste good. I mean, they mold whatever it is, but I got some Cadbury eggs and I got some. I mean, it's a pastel M&Ms. Who cares? But it's half off
for sure
because it's pastel.
Did you see that the Reese's egg overtook the #1 Easter candy spot this year?
No,
it beat Peeps. Do you like Peeps?
No,
I don't really either. So it doesn't surprise me.
My mom likes Peeps. So I got some half-off Peeps because she
I know
likes
people
a bargain.
that like to freeze them.
Or they poke holes in them and they get stale, or they'll do Peeps brulee and they'll brown them a little bit. They'll caramelize the sugar. But I'm not a big marshmallow fan.
I'm not either.
I mean, honestly, I might nibble the sugar off the damn Peep, but I'm not going for that.
Yeah, I'm not a Peep person. I love this one. Don't repeat old mistakes. So this is the spring cleaning for relationships. Look at your past 3 relationships and check that you aren't repeating any toxic love patterns. That's actually pretty smart.
That's actually one we haven't heard before, where someone actually, turn your eyeballs back on your own brain and say, if everyone says X, and I'm the person in the same, maybe, maybe they're right.
Yeah.
No, they could be, you could just be choosing, really shitty people that, find your weakness and poke at it.
But
then it's uncovered that you're fine, but the people are bad. Either way.
Well, why are you choosing
them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess is the big, self-exam,
Yeah.
And then finally book a mini break, go get a hotel room and have sex in it. How much fun is that? Unless you're thinking, of course, about what luminol or other black lights would show.
Here's the deal. You've got a weekend, you know when a great day is to go out to eat and to get a really cheap hotel room in the Twin Cities?
No.
4th of July weekend or 4th of July. Everyone goes out of town. Nobody's in town. You can walk into almost any. I mean, if the restaurant's open, you can walk into almost any restaurant. There's great deals on hotel rooms. It's right around my birthday, so we did, and we're like, yeah, we're open, yeah, and we just walked around St. Paul. And there wasn't any place we couldn't just wander into.
Fun,
any place.
Cool,
and it was spectacular. So, that would be, it's not, it's mid, summer then, but it's a great weekend to explore your own, explore the cities. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and it's funny, like places like where I'm from in California, 4th of July is not really that much different than any other time of year, so this is kind of maybe a Midwestern thing, but yeah, very cool. Not good story. Southern Chinese man broke his penis. We got a broken penis story. It happens. It's real. And
you can screw up the cartilage and the tissue in there. Not
he
cartilage,
ended up,
but the tissue. I know this word and I'm but yeah, you can break the tissue.
It is described as upon his arrival at the emergency room looking like an eggplant. Ooh. Try to pack that back up. No.
That's a lot of broken blood vessels.
Yeah. A penile fracture was the diagnosis, and he tore, tissue. And I guess it can heal, but it's not pleasant, and it's something to be avoided and not make fun of.
So you got to worry about, like, if you're on top, if you don't, you can't go in the wrong direction and break a penis. You have to be very careful.
On top isn't necessary. I mean, there's some far more exotic ways to do. I mean,
I'm saying, but it depends on what angle that you've moved the penis.
True. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very true. Okay. This is kind of funny. There's a long time, there's been a lot of talk about, do you know what the alpha uterus is? Have you heard that theory?
No.
Okay.
This one, no.
Okay. So, this is the theory about women that, are living in close proximity or best friends or whatever, their period's syncing up.
Oh yeah. That I have heard. Yes.
It's been debunked, actually. The original study that started this, and it was studied many times, but it started in 1971. But that original study was slammed for its particular methodology, but multiple studies have not been able to quite prove it. So there's an app that went and did a joint study with the University of Oxford to see if this was really true. And they studied 360 pairs of women who knew each other well, lived in the same city, and used the app. And 120 of the 360, so a third, actually lived in the same home. And after following 3 consecutive cycles, they found that the sync-up story just did not pan out. 273 pairs actually saw a bigger gap between the start date, and only 79 pairs saw their cycle dates come closer together. So they're saying that it's really not true, and the idea that there's an alpha uterus and everybody kind of follows that it was just bad science originally, and it's just never really made its way out of the mainstream.
I mean, you would think though that's a small sample size. That's just 2 people. There's a lot
360
of 360 though. No, but it wasn't
pairs.
All 300. It's 360 pairs.
So 700.
But I've never heard it as 2 people. I've heard it as 4 or 5 roommates living together, or a sorority, or something, or when your friends all go to camp in the summer. And so it's a much larger. I've always heard it as larger groups. I've never heard it as 2. It's going through there. I mean, I was interested. So
I don't know.
That's what caught my ear on that. That it just didn't seem like it was enough of a thing.
Well, based on all the PhDs and the other, people with lots of letters behind their names that come visit us periodically, there will be another study that comes along behind this soon.
I'm sure there will be.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Boy, Fat Sex Week. Have you heard of that?
I like the idea